What's going on, guys? Dalek here. Welcome to your first look at Rave in the Redwoods. You spawn in with no gun whatsoever and you have to go around and find different melee weapons. We have the two-sided axe, we have a golf club, we have a spiked bat, we have a machete. All do the same amount of damage, no real preference, but these are all awesome things to have straight away. But this does mean that the points that you get from the starting rounds are pretty damn slow. Here's our new version of the challenges. No more Neil the Robot. We have these challenge posts situated in every single area where you can earn camp badges, and through completing that challenge we got given the rewind grenades. This is how you get the new grenades, as there are no confession stands around the map. Now here we get to some of the really cool areas. As you can see, the zombies dropped a gem for me, which we can add to these little kind of tiki totem poles, so the coins are back in the form of these gems, and there are a few new things that you can create and combine with these colors as you could in Spaceland, and we'll get into that a little bit later on into the video. But as we can see, we've just crafted something pretty nice and simple there. A normal fireworks trap souvenir, something which is definitely not new. But here we're opening up more of the map and we get to the camp wolf section, and here is another challenge for us to do. 10 multi-kills will get us the black hole grenade. But in terms of this map, it is a lot more constricted and tight than Spaceland. Here we're introduced to the brand new clown rounds, which are the Sasquatches. These, my friends, are absolutely frightening the first time you come across these. I definitely don't advise using a melee weapon against these guys, as you will go down. It's a guaranteed thing, you're going to go down, so please get yourself a normal weapon. But you'll be pleased to hear there is only one generator you need to activate in this map to activate the main power. It's as simple as that. Everything is powered on. Now under here we do have a little mini game where you can throw a throwing knife at the zombie, and depending on where you hit him you get yourself some extra cash. Some people thought this was a new version of the Afterlife arcade. That is not the case, because I went down then, and definitely don't recommend doing that. But here is how you activate the new Rave vision. The zombies drop these little pouches that you throw into fire, and as you can see, everything is a lot more psychedelic and crazy looking, and we'll definitely look and show you some more gameplay of that as we get into this little video here. But here we can show off the zip lines, which make a nice return, as we've not seen zip lines in a little while in zombies. Works pretty much exactly like it does in Call of the Dead. Takes you from section to section really quickly from the initial spawn. Now I did mention this map is a lot more tight and constricted than Spaceland, but there are a few nice open areas, such as this area right here, which is the Thunderbird Theatre section. But in terms of the map layout, it is a lot bigger than Spaceland, and like I mentioned, a lot more tight. Zombies can come out from pretty much anywhere and corner you. And this is a section called the Adventure Course. We have a nice swamp where you can find bomb stoppers, and we've got this crazy little section where you can traverse. You can see there's like tyres as part of the ground. There's that little climbing frame which you can actually use to climb up onto here. But to get to this next section of the map, you need to do a big jump, as this part of the rickety bridge is destroyed. So a nice little hop over there. The zombies, of course, can make it. Now, once you get past round 10 or so, and you enter this crazy Rave vision, you're going to be joined by an enemy which is really frightening. It is honestly one of the scariest enemy bosses we've ever seen in zombies. This is the Slasher. You can only see him when you're in this Rave vision, and he has a chainsaw, and as you can see, I have myself tough enough, so, you know, I shouldn't be able to die from him hurting me, but he runs into you with the chainsaw, and I'm down instantly. This thing is not easy to take out whatsoever. Now, I will have a guide later on how exactly you take him out, but he is a very difficult boss, way harder than the Brute. Now, this is a section of the map called the Docks, and this is where you'll find a mystery box location, as well as some neat stuff going on here, including a potential little Easter egg, which we'll show a little bit later. But there's a trap here where you can feed the fish. This causes a ton of piranhas to essentially jump out and around, and there's a lot of very interesting traps for you to use inside this map, which are very, very creative, I'd definitely say there. Another challenge, the Repulsor challenge, to rebuild 45 window boards. Now these challenges are specific to each player, so if you're playing in a co-op game and you activate that board, this challenge is specific only to you. No one else will have that challenge besides yourself. Now there is a little Easter egg where you can ride a boat and you can go out into a little island where there is some Easter egg stuff for you guys to find, and I will have a guide on that. But essentially, if you want to get some of the progress of this Easter egg done, you're gonna need to go outside, as there is a little Easter egg there for you guys. Here's another look at the Sasquatch rounds, and to emphasize, these guys don't disappear, they don't explode, they actually throw stuff at you, as you can clearly see. I don't quite know what they're throwing at me, but they run around and they can hurt you, and they do throw things at you from a distance. So you really need to make sure you're taking these guys out from a distance and using a gun. So going back into the Rave vision just to show it off a little bit more, and as you can see, the slasher is waiting for me almost instantaneously. It is frightening. Now you can see in my little player card a little meter which is powering down, as that's how much longer I've got inside Rave vision. If you want to, you know, adjust that and top it up, there are little butterflies you can see around the map, and when you walk into them, it says hold to listen to the fairies. Doing that brings the fairies on your screen, and it replenishes a little bit of your Rave meter. Now this thing is an absolute boss to take out, and you definitely want to make sure you're going into Rave vision when you know it's safe. Now obviously there's going to be some Easter eggs tied to this Rave vision. It's definitely not as obnoxious as we first thought. It is pretty cool, but the slasher you can only see in Rave vision, and if other players in your game aren't in Rave vision, they won't be able to see the slasher, they won't be affected by the slasher. As you can see here, even on round 15, he is a formidable foe, as he is still trying to take me out in this dock section. But overall, I really like this map. It is so much better than Spaceland. It adds so much diversity in its theme. I think the theme for this map they got down to an absolute T. Lots of scary, spooky stuff going on. Your first time with the Sasquatch and the Slasher is really frightening. There are a bunch of crazy wonder weapons, which are these harpoon crossbow guns. We never managed to discover them within our time playing, as there is a little bit of an Easter egg tied towards that, and I will have a video again on my channel as soon as we can on how to get these new wonder weapons. And there are new perks, but we didn't come across them in the game. They aren't perk machines per se. The candy machines are exactly as they were in Spaceland. These new perks are not machines per se. We have absolutely no idea. Now for those wondering, is the Afterlife arcade in here? Is the Lost and Found still in here? Then yes. As you can see, I get absolutely cornered from a zombie out of nowhere, and boom, straight in the Afterlife arcade. The games are exactly the same, and if you're playing co-op, that's a way to earn yourself back into the living. If you're playing on solo, of course, you can go straight through and get your weapons back straight away from the Lost and Found. But that is a little sneak peek look at Rave in the Redwoods. It's a very tight, constricting map, but a lot bigger than Spaceland, has some very open areas for some great training spots, and I think the Easter egg in this map is going to be really damn sick. You don't see too much in this, but the Pack-a-Punch camos are amazing. These new ones, they're so vibrant and colourful. In terms of Easter eggs, Infinity Ward have really pushed the boat out to really improve on what they solidified and done well in Spaceland. The Ghost and Skulls is returning as an Easter egg within this map. The arcade machine for Ghost and Skulls 2 does exist. There are a ton of Easter egg radios as well to fill in backstory, which we're so desperately wanting to learn, because we really want to like and attach ourselves to these characters, but we aren't quite sold yet. They've really made a statement to go with this sort of cabin in the woods horror theme vibe very well with the zombies map. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to smash the like button on it as well and let me know your thoughts. I'll be bringing out some more videos before release, and when this does drop, we're going to be doing a ton of live streams as well as guides on Pack-a-Punch. Everything you guys need to know about this map to help you out, it will be here on the channel. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button, click that little notification bell so you're notified as soon as new content goes live. I hope you guys enjoyed this sneak peek at Rave in the Redwoods, and I'll catch you hopefully for some more zombie action very soon.